Is my poor credit going to jeopardize my financial prospects? Questions like these frequently arise, and we make rash and incorrect decisions as a result of incomplete knowledge. When it comes to your credit score, it is critical to understand what is correct and what is incorrect. It is your financial identity, and you must understand how to use it correctly. Hello everyone, and welcome to a brand new video on the channel. Today we are going to talk about the top 10 credit score myths debunked. Before we get started with the video, don't forget to smash the like button, share the video, and subscribe to the channel. Credit scores are extremely important in our financial lives, influencing everything from loan approvals to interest rates. Unfortunately, credit score misconceptions and falsehoods frequently lead people astray, generating uncertainty and potentially impeding their financial development. Number 10. I can boost my credit score by using prepaid credit cards and debit cards. Because prepaid credit cards and debit cards are not reported to credit bureaus, using them has no effect on your credit score. If you are unable to obtain credit cards but want to improve your credit, consider using a secured credit card. A secured credit card requires you to put up collateral, such as a car, yacht, valuable jewelry, or an entire bank account, in order to acquire the card. When you use the card responsibly, your credit score rises over time, and you can then apply for a standard unsecured credit card. Number 9. Every time someone pulls my credit report, it decreases my credit score. Whether someone pulls your credit card affects your credit score depends on how they pull your credit report. What is known as a hard inquiry can lower your credit score. However, a soft inquiry does not. The creditor obtains your credit report when you apply for a loan or a credit card. This is a difficult question. While a hard inquiry will lower your credit score, it will usually just be by a few points. Furthermore, if you apply for a similar sort of loan, such as an auto loan, with several different creditors within a 30-day period, this normally counts as one inquiry. When a creditor conducts a soft inquiry, they merely look at a piece of your credit report for educational purposes. Prior to mailing you a pre-approval notice, a credit card company will typically conduct a soft inquiry. When you pull your own credit report using a service like Credit Karma, it has no effect on your credit score. Number 8. Only certain types of unpaid bills show up on my credit report and affect my credit. The types of debts that appear on your credit report are entirely up to the creditor. If the creditor discloses paid and outstanding obligations to the credit agencies, even public library fines turned over to a debt collection agency can appear on your credit record. Certain creditors have been known to report all paid and unpaid obligations to one or more credit bureaus. Some of the most typical types of creditors that report the status of your accounts to credit agencies are mortgage firms, credit card issuers, and even apartment complexes. Make an inquiry if you are unsure whether a creditor or account holder reports to the credit bureaus. Number 7. Salary, child support, alimony, and other income affect my credit score. There is no consideration of either individual or household income when calculating a credit score. Credit bureaus do not publish the specific formula that is used to calculate credit scores. However, FICO has revealed the general calculation that is used. Payment history accounts for 35% of the score. Account balances account for 30% of the score. Credit history accounts for 15% of the score. Different types of credit account for 10% of the score. And new credit applications account for the remaining 10% of the score. Even if you have a lot of money in the bank, that does not necessarily mean that you have good credit. Paying your bills on time and being responsible with your finances are the best ways to build and maintain good credit. Number 6. Since I don't have any credit cards or credit card debt, I have a good credit score. Even if you don't have any credit cards, that doesn't necessarily mean you have a good credit score. On the other hand, the number of credit cards you have and how responsibly you use them both go heavily into the calculation of your credit score. Establishing a credit history, which involves creating credit accounts and paying off debt, is an extremely important step to take. Lenders and creditors want to see that you have credit cards in your possession and that you are able to successfully handle them. If a creditor or lender discovers that you do not have any credit cards, it is quite likely that they will consider you to be a bigger risk than those individuals who do have credit cards. At the very least, you ought to be in possession of one credit card as part of your comprehensive strategy for managing your finances. Number 5. Closing my credit card and other credit accounts increases my credit score. Your credit score will not improve if you cancel old credit card accounts or other accounts you no longer use. In fact, closing these accounts can have a negative impact on your credit score due to the reduced amount of credit that is available to you. The idea that is being discussed here is known as credit utilization, and it refers to the ratio of the amount of credit you use to the total amount of credit that is available to you. Creditors are more concerned with how well you manage your credit accounts, and as a result, they want to see that you have a large amount of accessible credit but are only using a tiny fraction of it at any given time. If you absolutely have to close an account, do it with a more recent one rather than a more established one. The length of time you have been in communication with the creditor has a beneficial impact on your credit score. Accounts with lower credit lines can be closed first, even if greater credit line accounts are being terminated later. Number 4. Asset accounts, such as checking, savings, and investment accounts, affect my credit score. The credit bureaus do not have access to information regarding a person's income, checking accounts, savings accounts, or investment accounts. As a result, they will not have an impact on your credit score. Number 3. Only one credit score exists. There are a wide variety of credit scores. 𝐤𝐸𝐾 and FICO are currently two of the most widely used credit scoring models utilized by creditors. Each creditor or lender determines on their own which credit score they will consider when making a decision regarding credit. Multiple credit scores can be included in a single report, and the degree to which each score varies from the others can be significant. You should inquire about the credit score that will be considered by the creditor or lender when you are applying for a loan or credit account. Number 2. You only need to check your credit report if you know you have credit problems or don't pay your bills on time. Because it is not uncommon for items to show up on your credit report that are in error, everyone should check their credit report at least once each year. Monitoring each of your 3 credit reports is the only way to identify and correct these inaccuracies in your credit history. Utilize your right to obtain a free copy of each of the 3 credit reports once every 12 months to guarantee that your credit report accurately reflects your credit history. Consumers have the legal right to have a copy of all 3 credit reports. Number 1. Paying off negative debt removes it from my credit report. Your credit history, which may include both positive and negative accounts, is reflected in your credit report, which contains this information. This indicates that delinquent payments, accounts in collection, discharges, and bankruptcies can stay on your credit record for 7 to 10 years. That's the end of the video. I hope you liked it. If you did, let me know by giving it a thumbs up, and do not forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you next time.